Today is a shit. It's a Tuesday. Every day is kind of blending into one another. That's where I'm at right now. It ain't a bad thing, bruv. It's just a thing. It drives me crazy, but that's okay. We're gonna see how it all goes. My lads, laddies, gladdies. I don't know. We'll see how all of it goes, Lama. Hi, type 2. How are you? 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 I hope you're having a good day. Oh my gosh, I did it again. Again and again. You had some shrimp Alfredo. Nom nom. Today was the slowest day ever. I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level. Sometimes it's just like that, honestly. But it's good to have a slow day. It's been rainy here, so it's been really slow here too. Sorry if that's loud. Hmm. What have you what have you been up to? I hope I'm well. I hope you are well. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just chilling. I kind of had like a very long chill day. Just working. Yeah, vibes. Low key, I was just doing a lot of like homework and organizing. Oliver! You just got inside. And Ollie's like in protective mode because I'm streaming. I'm just working on my bullet journal. So I have to like fill each month out by hand. And then I'm almost done with this one. This is where I'm at. So after this year, I have to start a new one. So I'm looking at getting that going because oh my gosh. And then I'm scheduling out the rest of my month and next month, which I know, boring. I had work stuff to do today too. So it's just like eh, eh. It's been pretty simple, honestly. Just getting everything lined up for next semester. Oh, hi, Antifa. No, I don't want that. No, 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 no. Nope, nope, nope. It's one no, sir. I also have to get the cats a new cat scratcher. I'm excited for the. No. That's a no. I already said no. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I have to ignore him. He's gonna do it again. I have to ignore him. He is so needy. He's really upset because my neighbors are outside right now and he really wants to play with the kids. He loves kids. Joke's on you. Yeah. Yeah. I can't pay attention to him. It's so hard. I have to like do English with him because Andrew's been struggling with him because he doesn't know all the commands. We talked about this yesterday. He's so neat. Just gonna put my arms up. So yes, stop. But how are you doing? How is life? Anything exciting happening in your realm besides just working and stuff? Wait, what do you do for work type 2? Wait, are you do you work at the nursing home? Is that what you do? I feel like that's what you do, but I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know. I'm trying to distract myself from my dog. He just wants to do the thing. He wants to do it so bad. Oh, you do insurance stuff for hospitals. Oh, that's a nightmare. Wait, are you in the States or are you someplace else? Because insurance low-key kind of sucks somehow. Especially in this economy. But oh yeah, you're in Tennessee. Ah, yep. That's pretty wild. Are you in the Memphis area? I think you said you're close, but healthcare is the only thing that's been hiring lately. Yeah, it's fair. Oh, the middle of Tennessee. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit. Okay. Oh, I can put where I was now. Oh, my goodness. I don't really enjoy working in healthcare. I've done a bit of it and I kind of like was raised into it, but I don't know, it's just a bit much for me. I get too mad about things. Honestly, people are like, what radicalized you into becoming a leftist? Or a lefty. But yeah, seeing a lot of medical stuff did. Yeah, I wish it didn't exist, but it's living. Yeah, that's fair. But it's hard. It really is. A lot of people, um, they talk a lot about like how healthcare is hard and all that sort of thing, but when you get into the nitty gritty and handling insurance stuff, extremely difficult. Hi, Tahami. How are you? How are you? How is life? Oh my god, my neighbor is crying. Oh my god, guys, on my bullet journal, I have a sticker of a condom. Oh my god, that's so cursed. You guys didn't need to know that. But now you do. That was hilarious. I just opened it and I was like, I haven't looked at the beginning pages in a while. Cursed. Stay safe, kids. Yeah. Are you heading out? Yeah. Oh no, the thing. Yeah. The condom sticker. I get so easily distracted. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Tahami says I'm good, thanks. Yes. Yeah. Many things. Sometimes people say I'm a good influence, and I find that laughable because I tried so hard to be rebellious for so long. I was like, I'm a bad influence, guys. But then people are like, I'm gonna put you with them. Like in the workplace, I always get paired with the people who don't focus. And put in like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. People are like, you're such a goody two shoes. And I'm like, ah. I cry. Cursed. I'm cursed, y'all. I'm cursed with the soft face. Anyways, today we're gonna chat about lots of different things. Oh my god, my poor candle. I was taking the lid off. But honestly, none of it's too crazy. What time is this, Posy? I've just brushed my teeth and took the bins out. Okay. To be fair, I'm gonna be here earlier tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm gonna like get off of work and then I'm gonna come like straight home, shower and stuff, then stream, help do all the cooking stream stuff like hella early for you, motherfucker. Sorry, just I got a little carried away with it. But yeah. Wait, it's almost out. What? You guys can see how every stream it gets just a little bit lower. Tomorrow I will be here earlier. I told you it's gonna get better with time, but I am in a transition period with like work and stuff. One of my internships ended, so I'm just hopping on to the next stuff. I guess technically it didn't start off as an internship, but then they made it like more of an internship position while I was there, so that's chill. And now I'm just kind of moving on to the next thing. Oh, damn. Daria says, no joke, but someone at my internship ended up dying. It was in the news and everything. Damn. What happened? I mean, you don't have to, like, send it to me because you might dox yourself, but just give me, like, the lowdown. One of Andrew's coworkers, like, just died, too, and they had a memorial and everything. And today is the Charlie Kirk Memorial. Cursed. I'm drinking juice mixed with water. I've been busy today. Yum, 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 yum. Amy says, rest in peace, man. That's awful. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you're close, but yeah. He did something like worked over 70 hours continuously. I never met him. Damn. Okay, that makes me feel better. It didn't seem like you were close to him with what you said. Do you hear this dog? He's like, please, mother. Please love me. Please give me affection. What a hoe. I'm kidding. Oh shit, he's back. Arms up. We're doing the thing. Anyways, that's a lot of work. I would honestly, like, I have to take power naps if I work a really long amount of time. I think the longest I've ever worked was like. Did you fart? Bro, I heard that. Guys, what they don't tell you about having a big dog is that when they fart, you hear it. And it's like bad. You can't escape it. They put proper pressure on you to not go home. I remember that. Yes, it was ridiculously competitive. That feels illegal. That feels like very illegal. Wait, what were you doing? What was the internship for? Yeah, it was clearly illegal. Then why did no one report? It was for BAML? What the fuck is BAML? I can't imagine that. Yeah. Bank of America. Oh, that's crazy. Would not recommend working there, apparently. I think the most I worked was when I had multiple jobs. It was just like one job after the next after the next. I ended up working like 26 hours and I was exhausted. But I did have like a 3-hour break in between, so I took a nap. And that was like rough. I took like 2 naps technically. So I like went to one job, worked mornings there, worked afternoon/night shift at the other one, and then I worked the next morning at my other job. So it was over 24. It was like 28 hours. That was the most I've ever worked straight, and I was pooped after that. I had like 2 days off, and I had to pick up the shift because I needed extra hours. It was gross. It was when I was lifeguarding, and I was transitioning into the lifeguarding season, so that's why I quit one of the jobs. You can't even handle 12 hours? Yeah, it's rough. It's super rough. I was at a stage in my life where I really had to make as much money as I could because I was living on my own. So I didn't have any support system, no family or anything like that. I had to make rent with my roommates and stuff, and I had a car note to pay for, and I had to pay off my schooling. So I was like, I have to do this. I have no other option. And at the time, I wasn't even proud of it. Like, I literally had like an anxiety attack while I was working. It was so rough. But I worked at a coffee shop, so I just drank a shit ton of coffee, and it worked, I guess. The lifeguarding thing was a bit dangerous, but it was really in the beginning of the season, so no one was there. And it was very laid back. Daria says, I don't mind working long hours if I'm paid enough. I like the discipline of it. Eh, I don't. I like having a really balanced like work life, you know? Like I'll be really consistent. I like doing just a little bit every day. That's like what I enjoy. If I had to stream 10 hours a day, I would be so tired. So tired. I couldn't do it. But I would really like it. I just find other things to do and talk about and just be like goofier and everything. I don't think I'm gonna quit streaming anytime soon because I love it so much, which is why I dedicate 2 hours a day. Even if I have more time during the day and I could stream for like 8 hours a day, I choose not to. Um, yeah. And I just kind of do other stuff I need to get done. And it really keeps me motivated to stay doing it. Daria says no balance. Do you not have like a I have to be like I'm very routine oriented. I bet Andrew loves it as well. Those must be the best 2 hours of the day, lol. Yeah, I have a very hectic schedule outside of stream. Like, stream is like my consistency. It's where I come like every single day, and I don't really relax here, but it's something that I really enjoy. Like, I love it a lot. If it was my job, I'd love that. And then I could expand and do other stuff with it, but it's the clown. No, I'm kidding. Darius says, I have a terrible balance, always have all or nothing. I used to think that I was like that until I met other people who were like really all or nothing, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not really all or nothing. Like I am, but I'm not. Like once I dedicate myself to something, I don't stop with it. Like it's what I'm doing. And you cannot get in my way. Like I am doing it. And I'm very, very determined. And if I stop something, it's because I have to, or I've thought about it for a really long time before stopping. Like, even quitting nicotine. Like, I had it planned out and structured for me to quit. Same with, like, weed and stuff like that, or alcohol when I was just like, Tahami says, one time I was working 10 hours in a factory and I was paid more than enough, but I couldn't take it for more than 3 months. I was really exhausted. Yeah. Hell yeah. Manual labor is gonna drain you so much. I don't know. I like self-discipline stuff. I really like fine-tuning myself and putting myself in stressful situations just so I can um, tweak and learn more about myself and what I need. And as your body changes and as you get older and develop, you you're constantly shifting and growing with that. Daria says, having a bedtime changed my life because I used to work or do stuff till I passed out. That was really bad for your teeth. Why your teeth? You mean like your health? I don't know. For me, I already kind of explained it, but yeah. I just kind of like, I'm very structured. If I can't sleep, I don't sleep well, and then I just go through the day like tired and grumpy. Like a couple nights ago, I was up super late because my neighbors were outside doing stuff. Their car broke down and they were working on it till the end of the night hours, and Ollie was super restless and stressed out because of it. Daria says, because I just collapsed and obviously wouldn't brush my teeth, I just curl up for 5 hours and then go again. Yo, hygiene is something that I'm very, very determined with. Like the only time I didn't have like the best hygiene, it was like 2 times in my life, and both of those times I was like almost dying. Um, like I remember got COVID for the first time, and I couldn't even get out of my bed. Like I didn't eat for like 3 days, and I had no energy. Um, I had to order food in, and I remember like the first shower I took was so good, but I was so weak and I was like coughing so much that I like was throwing up and stuff. It really sucked. And then the other time was when I was a kid, and I was so sick that I like couldn't get up and walk or anything, and I had to go to the hospital, and I was out of school for like a month and a half. But I'm very, very like I shower every single day, even if I don't wash my hair every day. I shower every day, very diligent about brushing my teeth. Because if I don't, I like can't sleep. If that makes sense, I'd have to, and I don't drink a lot or anything, so it's not like yeah, I don't know. Daria says I got the flu once in Chile and had to go to the hospital. I was convinced I was gonna die. Never been that sick ever. Oh, it sucks. Yeah, hopefully I never get as sick as I was, but like yeah, it was like really rough. It happened to me. I used to get strep a lot when I was a kid because I was in a really high stress environment. So, about every 2 years, because I was like caretaking for my relatives and that sort of thing, I would get so burned out. I would like go to school, do all my homework over lunch while I was in like school. So, I'd sit in the library and do stuff. And then I had one extracurricular I had to do because um, yeah, like just mainly it was like a court thing with my family. So my family looked better, like they weren't abusing me. I'm not even joking. I had to, yeah. Um, So I had like an hour in between that, so I would study there, get all my homework done, go home, and I would have to leave school regularly to take care of my family and stuff. So I was so worn down that I would get sick every single year for about a month and a half, and I'd have to have other relatives come in and help take care of my grandparents when I was sick with that. And they'd get mad at me. They'd be like, "Why are you sick?" And I'd just be like crying. um Tammy says, I don't remember that I was sick in my life, but when I had COVID back in 2020, I couldn't even move on the bed. It was horrible. It was horrible. It took me like, I think like a year to get my energy back. Like, honestly, 4 years to get my energy back since COVID. And I still don't like big groups of people because of like how COVID really affected me. And I know you can still get long COVID and stuff, and I don't want that. Like, you could have permanent damage from it. No, thank you. Um, Daria says, yeah, my flu was like that. It was absolute agony to just turn in bed. Oh, wait, Daria says, apart from that, I've been really lucky, although after COVID and 2 years stuck inside, I get so many more colds and sniffles now. Oh, now that I'm at the school all the time and around kids, they're like little cesspools. It's nasty. Daria says, I got COVID once and it wasn't that bad, but it was like after lockdown when I've calmed down a bit. I was like one of the first people to get COVID. My ex, his dad worked for a machining company, and he was in charge of a lot of different distribution centers, and he had to regularly leave the country to do lots of work and stuff. So he went to China, and when he came back, everybody got really, really sick. So we had like Christmas dinner together, and we all got super freaking sick. Like, I got so sick. And nobody knew what it was. Like, everybody was going, or at least I didn't get to like go to the doctor a lot. I just kind of, they were like, well, if everybody has it, it's probably like the cold or something, and you just have it really bad. That's what my doc said. Um, Later, he told me it was probably COVID. But yeah, it really sucked. Everyone was really sick for a while. Let's see. Tahami says, yeah, I'm that type of person who is always moves when he sleeps. It was so bad. Oof. Oof, oof. I'm trying not to sleep on my side as much because it messes up my shoulders. But working out has really helped it. So it's like I do a lot more like presses and stuff, and it's just like building by feet. As you guys see nothing because I'm wearing like baggy clothes. Daria says, one thing that's really clear over here is COVID got here like 2 months before anyone knew what it was. Yeah, for sure. Daria says, we got virus bombed by Spanish fans when they came in for a UCL game against Liverpool, and I think that happened in Italy. Yeah. Like, for me, I was sick at the beginning of the year in January, and that was right when I stopped working at a coffee shop. So, and then right before COVID started, I was working at a greenhouse for a little bit because I've been working with plants for a while. It's a really fun seasonal job. But yeah, like COVID really fucked me up. And that's why, like, if you go out to protest or anything like that, or do lots of like people focused events, you have to, like, I usually mask up. And people are like, oh, you're trying to hide your identity or whatever. And I'm like, yeah. Tammy says it came here to Egypt like 6 months later, so the government was able to handle the situation a little bit. That's fair. That's really good too. Daria says in January, we got shut down in March. Yeah. I'm not even joking with you. He came back from, what do you call it? He came back from China a week before Christmas. Not even a week, it was a couple days before Christmas. We had Christmas together, like Christmas Day. Um, and everyone was eating together, doing that sort of thing. And then afterwards, like a week and a half later, everybody was sick, like super sick. And I remember I was just laying in bed, I couldn't do anything. Daria says, yeah, I'm sure it was there earlier, Tahami. Just lots of Europe got overwhelmed by Spanish football fans that had it. Italy and Liverpool were devastated by it. True. True. I remember that in order for me to not do anything, I literally, oh gosh, and it was worse because right after I was sick with that, I got some other health issues that happened and I went to the hospital because it was so bad. I totally forgot about that. And then I had a cancer scare. So that entire like 6 month time period was horrible. It was like the worst like medical anxiety that I have ever had in my life. Darius says like 40K people from Madrid were going through airports and then all packed in stadiums. Damn. Damn, damn. That's really stressful, yeah. I don't know. I think me getting sick earlier on in January basically saved my life because otherwise I would have overextended myself and the doctors later, a couple months later when I had to go to the hospital, they were like, "Holy shit, if you were not resting at this time, this could have burst and you could have died." So I was like, "Okay." Anyways, Dari says, and obviously our prime minister at the time was a proper donkey, and he allowed a huge racing event to happen that crippled us for months. Oh yeah. That was 40K people from Madrid. Damn. Thank God we're not that good at football. Egypt is getting better though. You guys are just like getting more involved. It takes time. Takes time. You just gotta be patient with it. Tammy says, because even the government tried their best, but also a lot of people died because of it. Yeah. I think the West had. Daria says, no, Josie, you can't even name a football club or 3 players from Egypt. Okay, I might not be able to name clubs, and I might not be able to name a lot of stuff, but Al Jazeera sometimes shows Arab football, the Arab Football League, and I watch it. Okay? One is generally called pyramids. Are you fucking serious? Are you shitposting? Wait. Oh my god. My keyboard's not plugged in. It's called the Saudi Pro League. Yeah. I've watched that. Uh, I've been trying to get more invested in football again. Watching Ted Lasso did it for me. That Saudi Arabia jersey. Well, fuck you. I know. I just. It's good practice. Tahami says, yeah, thank God if we didn't, I was gonna change my nationality and go cheer South Africa or something. Pyramids, FCR and, Caro, yeah. Is it Caro or Caro? I've heard it pronounced so many different ways that I'm not sure what is correct. Did you know that there's a lot of pyramids in Sudan? So I'm hoping that the war stops so I can go see them. Kiro. You say Kiro? Kiro? The easiest club name you could guess. Tammy. Oh my god. Ooh. Hi, Simi. Today is a good day. My cat Michael has eaten. He wasn't eating for a little while, and I was really worried. Daria says, I'm waiting for Josie to bring up that Middlesbrough legend Mido next. No! Tahami says, yeah, Sudan has more pyramids than us. They do. They do. There's a lot of cross history between Sudan and Egypt, especially with the ruling class. And we're not really educated about it in the West. I know about it because of the museum that I help out at, but they have a statue of a Sudanese woman who had there was something that she did with Egypt where she was considered like part of royalty in some aspect. I can't remember. Because we were together, it was one country. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It was. That's why, I think, like, there's two different classifications of Arab, or Sudanese. There's the Arab Sudanese and then the African Sudanese. And the Arab Sudanese are the ones who are migrants and that would go up north to Egypt more. So that's why they would be called like Arab Sudanese. And the oh shoot, the African Sudanese were farmers and stuff like that. But yeah, Darius says, but he plays for the Scousers, so you should also hate him. Why do you hate the Scousers so much? I like Scousers. Scousers don't get knocked out. Yeah. It's interesting. It is interesting. I've been learning a lot more about Sudan lately because of the conflict and stuff. Darius says, I've told you, they tried to starve us in the mid-19th century over a canal. We hate Leeds because of the War of Roses. Tahami says, actually, we kind of hate him because he plays so bad with the national team. Oh, yeah, national soccer. We hate City because we live in the same place. Bruh, bruh. Y'all be talking football, and I'm over here like, yeah, yeah. I totally know what you guys are talking about. I've been getting more football exposure. Don't worry. Don't worry. Daria says he always seems to get in trouble over Christmas for having a Christmas tree as well. It's like a tradition now for Salah to get shit for that. Why? Why? Oh, it feels good. Why are people so upset about it? Why do they get so mad? Please explain. I'd like to know. He's by far the best. Oh, because he's Muslim. Okay. He's by far the best Muslim football player in the world now. Pogba is a waste man. Okay, now it makes sense why Tony ran. Siri, what is your deal? Meow, meow. Come here, handsome. Come here. No, come here. I feel like I know a lot of Muslims who like celebrate Christmas a little bit, but I guess that we are in America. So. Tahimi says, yeah, man, because what the fuck are you doing, Salah? You don't even tell people Ramadan Kareem on Twitter or whatever when it comes to. Wait, don't people say Ramadan Mubarak? I don't know. Daria says, because football is so powerful and we left, you get these ridiculous things where people like Salah having Xbox trees becoming massive events. That's so funny. That's so funny to me. Oh, man. People like to nitpick this weirdest shit. It's it's a vibe. Yeah, it's the same. Kareem or Mubarak. Okay, same. Okay, vibes, vibes, vibes. That makes me feel better because I understand that one. Okay. um, we've just been chatting a lot today. I was gonna talk about the protests and stuff. Have you guys heard that we're gonna have a lot more protests here in America? Have you seen the inflatables at the protests here? Wait. It's so funny. He's so good. I love it so much. It brings so much dopamine, chat. I gotta be sure I'm not like showing you anything bad. Daria says, there was another incredibly famous Muslim player called Özil, kind of a Turkish German, that constantly got into trouble for a picture with Erogden from Turkey. He ended up speaking up for younger Muslims in China, and they took him out of football, computer games, and things. Wait, really? That's insane. It's kind of funny though. People get so mad. It was a different time. What was that, like 8 years ago or something? Do you guys see people dressing up for like the protests? It's so good. Makes me so happy. Tahami says, "Long live my boy Ozil. I can't hate that man." Yeah. Oh, yes, really, it was wild. When he was getting kicked out of Arsenal, he also offered to pay for Gunnosaurus, which was amazing. Damn! Dream of a player as well. The Islamophobia is insane. Frogs. Hell yeah. Okay, that's funny. I want to be there. I know! The Gunnosaurus is a dinosaur mascot Arsenal have. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, but everyone's dressing up in like fucking costumes. This'll be me. I'm so excited. I told y'all that like dressing up is gonna be like a thing that people are just gonna do a lot more. And they are. They are, they are. Wait, let's see if we can get more. Well, technically, let's see. Here's more. This is so good. It's so good. Frogs together stronger. Haha. That always makes me laugh. It's true. What you'll find funny is the nickname for Arsenal Football Club is the Gooners. Not okay. I'm gonna share something with you that is so freaking funny. So one of my friendship groups that I was in when I was younger, this was before Gooner was a thing socially, right? So we would all hang out, and I'd only hung out with them sometimes because, I had crazy shit to do all the time. But we were called the Goon Squad. And I was like, oh, this is so cool. And then we learned what it meant, and no one said anything. Like, everyone was silent. Daria says, Anne Hathaway is a massive gooner. She posts about it all the time. Look at this. Look at this. I hope everyone dressed up for this. Look at the axolotl. Look at the America one. This is so good. It gives dopamine. Goon Squad. Okay, not the best name. Yeah, I know it's not the best name, but that's what it was beforehand, okay? And like everyone was super fun. We had a great time together. Look, chicken. Chicken. It's so good. Pep Guardiola got really mad that Julia Roberts supported United. Bro. Tahami says, if I was the president, I'd leave them to do what they want. True. I mean, they're just really bad that people are protesting. And then they're like, oh, everybody's like horrible. They're all doing horrible things or whatever. And people are just like, okay, bet. We're just gonna freaking dress up. Ah, it's so good. It just makes me happy. It makes me so happy. W. Julia Roberts. Bro, and it's actually quite clever. We talked before about how like the fan can make it so pepper spray and tear gas doesn't affect you as much. I think tear gas can still affect you a little bit, but the pepper spray is really nice. Daria says yes to Hammy. This is a united chat in it. Oh, yo, little axolotl. I love the axolotl. The axolotl one's my favorite. Oh, look, the cow. It's a pig with nipples. I've been tear gassed. It was fucking horrible. Yeah, tear gas sucks. Tear gas is one of my least favorite things. Wait, why were you tear gassed? What protest were you at, sir? This is so iconic. It was the Honolulu Star advertiser. My apartment was really near where the Colo Colo fans used to go riot, and at least twice a month it would drift into my house. Ew, gross. Yeah, man, all the Red Devils are here. I want you to know if my because I did soccer conditioning and stuff like that with my friends because I wasn't allowed to play, but when I was in Nebraska and I didn't have to travel all the time, I would do conditioning with my high school like friends and stuff like that who are part of the team just because it's really good exercise and it's really fun. Um, but yeah, I, if my friends back then knew that this was a Red Devils chat, they'd be so fucking pissed. Like you know that, right? Like you know that. They'd be so angry because everyone was like, "Fuck United, fuck the Devils." Because of the devil. No, never mind. I thought like the Red Devils were like, yeah, fuck them. Fuck them then. Oh man. Oh, one of the worst things I did while conditioning, this is so off topic, but I feel like it's kind of funny. But one of the worst things I did was I was really aggressive because I was a forward, right? And I really like to get super close to people and like fake them out a bit. And I would bruise a lot of shins because they would try to go for it and I'd be like, oh, psych! And then, you know, when you have like fucking cleats and everything, they get hurt. Anyways, and not everyone would wear shin guards, but then when they play with me and we would go out, they would always like we would have to wear shin guards because I would be placed with the competitive people. Let's see. We've seen it all. We've won the lot. We're Man United. We're never gonna stop. Yes, Tales of the Butcher of Nebraska have reached our shores. I still feel bad about the girl. I told you that like I fractured this girl's shin in PE class because we used to like do conditioning and stuff together. And she was like, "Oh, let's go, let's go." She was like talking shit to me, and I was like, "Fucking bet." And then I fractured her leg, and I had to take her to the nurse, and she had to go to the hospital. And you guys don't understand. Like, I'm really competitive, which is why I don't take anything competitive seriously at all, because I will win. Sorry, I'm gonna win. And, don't get in my way. Anyways, Tahami says, that's what I say to myself after every loss so I don't cry. Cursed, cursed, cursed. Anyways, this has been like super random and stuff. Wait, so have you guys gone to protests? I know Egypt doesn't have as many protests and that sort of thing, but not gonna lie, the inflatable protest is a vibe. I thought we'd have more like Jolly Roger flag stuff or whatever symbol, which we'll probably see quite a bit at the protest too. But yeah. Darius says, I wasn't there, but my mate told me he was playing non-league in Newcastle, and one of the players apparently owed money to some local charvers, and they drove a hearse on the pitch with his name on a fake coffin. Bruh. People take, like, football so seriously. They really do. And like American football is just CTE central, you know, so everyone just gets concussions and shit. And it's just like, oh man, look, we're watching people get brain damage in real time. Let's romanticize it and pay them a lot of money. Anyways, Dari says, I'm still not convinced that's true, but it's wicked if it is. It reminds me of, I don't know, this might be really cursed. Tahimi says, we don't have any, to be honest, because the situation here is different. That's true. Didn't Egypt move the capital city? Like, so people can't protest there as easily? They made it, like, at least all of the capital stuff, so when there are protests, people can't see it. Or it's not, it's, like, harder to organize. That's what I know about Egypt. They made, because I know you guys still protest, but being able to see the protests is harder. Or at least getting to the protests, like good locations, is hard. Darius says, I haven't been to many protests in the UK, went to a few in the south of Spain about bullfighting, and obviously went to the big one in Chile. Nice. Nice, nice. I am curious to see what happens this time around. It'll be easy for me to carpool and stuff because it's in the middle of the city this time, but I don't know. I think a lot of people are worried that Trump is going to use it as an excuse to militarize the National Guard further. So we're going to see how that goes. I live in a red state, so I don't think it'll be as bad, but it won't be the first time that I've gotten tear gas on me or have gotten like shot with fucking rubber bullets. I had welts from that shit. It hurt so bad for like a week and a half. Daria says, the ones in America look absolutely mental, to be honest. I can remember protesting some libraries being shut down, and the police brought us some tea and biscuits. At the state capitol, I lived really close to it, so I was helping out doing med stuff, and I was in like full black, you know, I had like face coverings and everything because it was during COVID. And I've done protests before that where it was really chill, but that was the first time that like the police started like firing upon people with shit. And I remember there was a dude who just grabbed the gas canister with like oven mitts and it was like right next to me and I was like choking. And then I was trying to help a lady with like a busted up knee. So I was bent over her trying to help her like, you know, assess the damage and get her to like get up and walk. And then they were just hitting my back. They just shot me with like, I think it was like 5 or 6 rubber bullets and I had welts all the way down my back. It was so bad. And I had one on my leg too. But I think that's from when the tear gas hit me and it burnt a hole in my pants because it was so hot. And I was wearing synthetic fabric on my pants. It sucked. Tahimi says, no, that is big game the government did, but here everyone is afraid to protest because they're going to put him in jail immediately for years. That's what Trump is trying to do. I hope it doesn't get to that point. There has to be like mass outrage for that to happen, which right now it's a little like Daria says, I'm not a revolutionary Marxist though, so I don't get involved in the proper hardcore ones. I knew that it would get pretty rowdy, but I did not expect it to get that rowdy. Like it sucked. And I was talking to a lot of people and journalists and stuff afterwards, and there were people who did get arrested. And the city, there's a newspaper called the Lincoln Journal-Star, where I knew some journalists that worked there. And they were silencing stories about it and trying to paint the police to be in a positive light. So a lot of the injuries that did happen were not being accurately reported because the person in charge of the newspaper was not allowing them to publicize any of it. It was fucking crazy. And that's when I lost faith in like big journalism, and I was like, oh, you need to go to like smaller journalists if you want to see the shit. Boots to the ground crap. Daria says, what happened after the Arab Spring in 2012-ish? Did everyone get locked up in Egypt? I was wondering about that one too. Gamer J, hi. I must be watching too much sci-fi lately because the idea that all billionaires are reptilian species dead set on humanity's destructions seems far more plausible to me every day. Bruh! Bruh! That's cursed. Uh, bro, what the fuck? Daria says, the worst thing the police did to me was one of them broke my fence and tried to deny it. Oh. Yeah. I've had not a lot of good situations with the police. Not for me. It's never been like me and the police, like the police trying to come after me, because I mean, look at me. Privilege. But yeah, I've watched police like cause a ton of harm to people I cared about. Like my mom, she was disabled, and the police would like beat her up in front of me and shit, and I watched a lot of people get arrested in horrible ways. And I've seen not great things about it. So it's been like by proxy. I've never been arrested. Um, I think the one of the things I'd be most likely to get arrested for is protesting if that becomes illegal, because I'm not going to stop. I've been doing it for like over a decade now. Um, but yeah, it's just meh. Daria says, normally they've been fine with me apart from when I was a kid fucking about. Yeah, I don't know. Police are very cruel, and that's why I don't trust them. Like, they're trained to prioritize themselves over anything else. Oh wait, Tohemi says, okay, my internet just shut down. I don't know why, but what I was saying is that's why Trump said that El-Sisi, the Egyptian president, is his best fucking killer. Bro. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. It's like, I don't know. I haven't done anything like illegal. Hmm. I mean jaywalking or whatever, but that doesn't count. Um, but yeah, uh, I've just seen a lot of stuff happen. Like, I've had to interact with the police where, how do I say this? Like, I was lifeguarding and people like passed away and stuff, so I'd have to work with the police about like incidents reports and stuff like that. Um, and I've had to work with police with like there was a stabbing behind like my workplace, so that was interesting and that sort of thing. Just mainly stuff that I've been like around, and I've had to file police reports and stuff like that too. So it's been like really weird. Like police are weird. I like honestly ACAB, but like yeah, it's just fucking it's crazy. Daria says, yeah, we don't have that gun culture here, so it's very different how they interact and treat you. Not always perfect, but no one worried about getting shot. Yeah, having someone, like, pull a gun at you is really fucking scary. Yeah, obviously, ACAB, yeah. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like once you stare down, like, a barrel of a gun, it like, changes you. And it changes that, like, how you see them. Because if you ever have had that trust, it instantly goes away when you're like on the other side of it. And it's scary. Like it's really scary because you just know that like at any second they could like anything could happen and then you just don't exist. And there's a lot of neglect with cops too because they don't really assume the best in the people that they're speaking with. They view everybody as a suspect or a criminal. The minute you're in custody for any reason, even if you didn't do anything wrong, they'll always assume like the worst of you. And it's really hard to see. Darius says, yeah, so they just tend to have big sticks here, so no problem. Yeah. I mean, on one hand, getting beaten by a fucking baton fucking hurts. Like, have you ever been hit with a baseball bat? Jesus. Those bruises stay there for like a month and a half till it fully fucking heals. So I don't think that's like an easy thing to deal with. But yeah, cops here are scary. And I think that people don't understand how far south things can, or like how fucking bad it can get if things are like actively militarized in our society. Because they're like, oh, well, the cops have never like done that or whatever. I've never been a. But once you're like in between, like, I don't know, for me, I was defending my mom. And that was when I saw that. But I don't know, I was really young. So I was desensitized to it for a while. And I didn't understand like how bad it was until I got older. And I was like, holy shit, this is like really fucking scary. But yeah. Daria says, I got clouded by one because we broke into a warehouse to play football and had floodlights, but to be fair enough, yeah. Yeah. Isn't there like a weird law in the UK where technically it's not like breaking and entering in certain spaces if the lights aren't on? Or is that just like random stuff? I don't know. I used to watch people like on YouTube who would go into abandoned places. Never have done that myself. Chat. Tahimi says, here they don't put a gun in your face, but they say they're going to beat you up in the street and no one can say anything. Yeah. Cops do that shit here too. And if they're not being recorded, they're horrible. Like, people don't understand that police brutality is everywhere. As long as they don't view you as someone who should be respected, they will treat you with unnecessary force if they feel that they can. And obviously, you get like every once in a while, like someone who's new, who hasn't been tainted or whatever, or hasn't gone through like that horrible training or goes against the grain, but those people don't fucking last. Like, they do not last long term. They either change or they're kicked out. So, Darius says, Trump 100% wants Antifa to kill a cop slash officer so he can unleash real Trumpian policing. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. He wants, he does, like, I don't think Trump's ever, maybe he has been on the receiving end of that stuff, but he doesn't care because he's in a position of power. So it doesn't matter to him. Darius says, that could be true, but I've never heard it before. Yeah, it's hard because, like, I know people who have been police and they've been nice to me outside of stuff or whatever, but then when I hear about their stories of their arrests and stuff, almost every officer that I've spoken to, even the quote unquote good ones, they'll deny that they were intentionally being cruel, but they have like their background with it. So it's hard. It's really hard because like you want people, especially in that position, to be good and to not abuse their power. But even fucking what happened here in Omaha with Bud Crawford, like he literally he like one moment at the beginning of the day he had a fucking parade for him, like the whole thing was thrown for him by the mayor who was part of the police force and stuff like that, and then the same police force that was supposed to like be celebrating walk the parade for Crawford were the same force that basically held him at gunpoint later in the evening. And the thing about Crawford is that he is a sober person. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do anything like that. A lot of people here in Omaha that are successful are like that. And yeah, it just, I don't know, that like really made me go like, holy shit. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, how good you are, or whatever. It's insane. Let's see. Tammy says the cops were running after us because we were celebrating in the street on October 7th, 2023, but thank God they didn't catch any of us. Yeah, we were so happy, like, if Egypt won the World Cup. Darius says not really a fan of that, to be honest. Tammy, like, I'm not, like, gonna, like, Darius, when it comes to that region and what Israel has done to that region, like, what Israel has done to Egypt is super fucked up. Like, super fucked up. What Israel has done to every country in that region is absolutely fucking horrible. So, it's like, I'm not saying that death should be celebrated or anything horrible should be celebrated when innocent civilians are involved in any way, shape, or form. I'm not celebrating or advocating for any of that, but that shit's gonna happen. And people are going to be like, yeah. Because Israel has been, like, literally, they haven't been fucking checked by anybody in a long time in the region. So I'm not surprised. Honestly, no arguments with any of that, but witnessing any civilians being butchered at Sutter isn't something I like to see. Yeah, Israel's done horrible shit. Like, and that's why when people from the region talk about, like, how they don't really feel super bad for Israel, I don't hate on them for it, and I respect it, because I'm like, yeah. Because what Israel has done to all of those countries, 10 times fucking worse. 10 times worse, and they've gotten away with it on the world stage. And the same governments that they attacked and tried to pummel or like punish for random fucking reasons are the same ones that like have been forced to agree with them so the entire West doesn't go after them. Oh, did you fix it?
I got a swivel from Mike, and then I got the manifold off. I did exactly 20 minutes of work and 1 hour of yapping with Mike and Renee.
Wait, can you get me the
Fun dip?
No. Well, sure. But can you also get me my bubbles?
Yeah, let me clean myself.
Yeah, you should wash your hands.
Yeah.
You should do that in the kitchen. There's not enough soap.
That's right. There is no soap.
Yeah, I gotta fill up the soap in the bathroom. Tahami says it's okay if he's not a fan of that, but Darius, you can understand that here in Egypt we hate them because they're so dangerous to us. That's why we are more happier than anyone else. Yeah. Darius says, I'm not judging Tahami. I have no idea what it's like. I'm just not a fan of people celebrating any event of that. Yeah. It's kind of like, yeah. It's like a really big gray area, honestly. And fucking get mad at me, like, if you want. But, I work with a lot of people who are Arab and who are from that region. And, I'm not going to go super deep into it, but it's important to understand that the tone of what's happened is completely different for them. Because they've gotten to see it for a really long time. And this is just now starting to become very prevalent in the Western society of what Israel has been doing. But what Israel has done to Lebanon, what Israel has done to Egypt, what Israel has done to Jordan, to literally the Gulf, like everywhere, even like just West Asia, is absolutely fucking horrible. Like, it is horrible. But because Israel is an ally to the West, we only hear about the horrible things that are done to Israel, not the horrible things that Israel does to other places. And it's just now starting to become more of an even playing field. And that pretty much has to do with social media for starters, but everything that we see is pretty much allowed by social media platforms. They could make it so we couldn't see any of that stuff. So keep that in mind. Also, one of the reasons why we're starting to hear about the other countries that Israel has affected more is because other countries are starting to become more allied with the West in ways that they never were before. Yeah. Daria says, I'm European. We understand long-form complex issues around these kind of things means that things aren't black and white. Yeah. 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 So, like, that's why I want to kind of defend Tahami for that a bit, because it fucking sucks. Tahami says, yeah, I got you. I know it's weird, but before that, with just one day, we are celebrating the 50 years anniversary of October 6th war, so it's like an honor for us, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of layers to it. And I'm not trying to be like, ooh. celebrating violence or whatever. But I can see why a lot of people could be like, yeah.
Here's your my global
Still not impressed with the Suez Crisis teaching. We're talking about October 6th. Because Tohami is from Egypt. And the tone is different. Yeah. There's a lot of layers to it. Also, Pellegrino! My coworker calls it Pellegrino because, yeah. It's like a bad time for a joke, too. So it's like, what's the deal with Egypt being part of the Gaza blockade? Yeah, that's like the really complicated thing. Like I said, Egypt is more allied with the West now. So that's why, you know, a lot of the countries don't want to go straight up against Israel. One, because every time anyone goes against Israel, the entire West fights them. And it doesn't even have to be warranted. Like what happened in Iran earlier this year. How do I say this? How do I say? I'm not going to go too deep into it, but long story short, Israel basically was like, made accusatory statements and the US just backed them and basically was like, oh, you know, fuck them. And it could have started a huge, huge conflict just because Israel wanted to deflect over what's happening in Gaza. So, yeah. And Gaza still, like, Israel has already violated the ceasefire terms and agreement. Like, they've already done it. Like, within the past 24 hours. Daria says, like, I get it's not something you want to have a Hamas shooting rockets from your borders because you'll get absolutely annihilated. But I suspect it's a very unpopular position to be complicit in the genocide, right? Yeah, that's like a very complicated thing, too. Now, here's the thing. Like with what Tahami was saying, do the people have the ability to have as much control of the government as you think that they do? Because, yeah, the people have control over their government, but only to a certain extent. And that's where things get sticky. Yeah, the Rock Crossing, I think, is called is a real puzzle for me. Yeah. I'm not an expert on any of this stuff, just so you guys know. But, yeah. It is... it's under Israeli control with the Egyptian border, right? This is, I don't know, that's something Tohami can answer. Tahami? Tahami says, yeah, man, but the problem is the government and the leaders here, they don't give a fuck, and we know that that's why we hate them, because because they're part of that, yeah. There's a lot of, there's a very big difference between the everyday person and the people who are affiliated with the government in a lot of the Arab countries, especially the ones that are very close and have a history with Israel that has been negative. A lot of the people are not happy about what's happening and they want their governments to act up more and more, which you've seen with a lot of the chatters who have been here. And even online, you'll learn, yeah, of course, it's very clear to everyone, yeah. But in a lot of these countries, how do I say it? I'm trying to be very careful with my words, or at least more careful. But yeah, a lot of these countries, they are under rule in a way where people don't have much of a say, you know? Whether they be like monarchy-esque or have not that much of a democracy in the first place. And I think democracy is a step in the right direction, but because a lot of these countries are threats to the West financially, there's not a lot of... This goes really deep. Like, this goes really, really deep. And we've talked about this a couple months ago. But Iran is a really good example. They were considered, like, a huge hub. They were very left-leaning people, or at least considerably a lot more left-leaning than they are now. They kept trying to build a democracy, and the United States government kept infiltrating it and taking it down. This is something that is true. You can look into this shit if you want to. But just look up the paperwork and everything. It's a huge fucking thing. The U.S. government, helped in ways that they shouldn't, try to destabilize their democracy. Same thing happened in Afghanistan. Same thing has happened in Iraq. Same thing has happened. The list goes fucking on and on and on and on. And unless they collaborate with the West and basically put their belly up to the West, they're fucked. We've talked about this so many times. It's a really big deal. Let's see. It's like me saying you're exactly like and behind Trump. Yeah. Tammy says, yeah, that's the problem. It should be under our control, but no, the leaders hear it, they're shit. Yeah. Darcy says, how do they stay in power? I'm genuinely fascinated by how complicit Egypt has been, but I never want to ask you and get Josie shouting at me for rage bait. No, I'm not going to yell at you for that. I don't really yell. I get annoyed and I explain things to you, but there's lots of different layers. There is, and it really depends on the country. Josie, you threatened me with a fire lighter this morning. No, I haven't. Oh my god. Chill. Mm. It broke. Hello. Jeremy says, no, you're fine. I'm not going to defend my country for that, but in the same time, I know it's not the people, it's the government who does that. Yeah. Oh, I did find a Frenchman in my morning stream. We had an argument about fishing, and then the streamer told us to stop being racist to each other, so we ganged up on them. It was fantastic, bro. That's so fucking cursed. Nah, I don't know. It's very complicated, and every country has its complexities. But how do I say it? It was like rush hour, bro. I think I could help answer your question a little bit. Okay, here's the thing. Any country that has it's so easy to make a friend, bro. But any country, especially in Africa, West Asia, or the Middle East, or the Levantine Belt, that has a resource, a position, or anything that is seen as beneficial to the West, it will be invaded in some way, shape, or form, or there will be a takeover of the existing government, aka via regime change, in order to put a government in place that is more allied to the Western powers. That is something that has happened over and over and over again. And there's no nation, for the most part, at this time, that could combat the West. America, the EU, anything like that. Unless all of the nations were to band together. Israel knows this too. And Israel, because it's like the West foothold in the region, they try to destabilize all of the different countries and kind of put them against each other as much as they can. And you have more and more countries in the region, like like fucking Turkey. Like, I think it was the president or the ambassador of Turkey, whoever, I think it was the president that showed up or whatever, to the meeting yesterday, but he refused to land if Netanyahu was going to be in Egypt. Like, he wanted nothing to do with him for like the peace summit or agreement or whatever. So we're going to have to see how it goes. Darius says, yes, I understand, Tahami. I just don't know how a country that started a huge revolution comparatively recently puts up with it. But political will and popular will are very different beasts. Not when the country controls your economy and your ability to. It's easier to overthrow more destabilized countries that don't have a lot of assets or resources or are not key figures in an economy. Sudan has a lot of resources that are really important, and that is why there hasn't been just like a stability that happens after the war or whatever. Like, it just keeps churning and churning and churning, and there is no like centralized government or whatever. They're not a rich enough nation. They do not have strong enough allies on either side to end the war and build up a government that actually functions. But Egypt, and I guess I'm getting really deep into the weeds of things, but yeah. I'm just gonna pause for a second. Tahami says, it's because they put these leaders to make us can't do anything because we are the biggest danger on them. And not just us look at Lebanon or Jordan or Syria. They're also like us. Fair. Darius says, I'm kind of lost on the current situation in Syria, TBH. That one's like a big can of worms. They've kind of been out of the news cycle for a bit. Because there's been bigger things that have been going on. But I don't know. I don't really know all of the deets that's happening. Tahami says, actually, me too, bro. Until now, no one knows this man is this man really good or bad? Yeah. We're kind of waiting to see what happens. I'm not even really sure what's going on in Yemen as well. Yemen's been kind of. They still have a lot of like some stuff happening, but it's nowhere near as much as like Lebanon. They've kind of been staying out of it. The poorer nations have really just been trying to be like, ooh, like just trying to stay out of like the limelight and not cause a lot of problems. Most countries in the Middle East who are in the news, at least in Western news, are not in the news for good reasons. Yeah. We're just gonna have to wait and see what happens there. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like Houthis have arrested more UN workers in the last few days, yeah. Tammy says, Yemen is a different situation. There's a lot of stuff going on there, and it's like three parts. Every part has its own leader and government, yeah. Are you talking about Yemen, Darius? Yeah, it's been a proxy for Saudi and Qatar for ages. Saudi and Qatar have been like at each other's throat for a long time. Sudan, Yemen. The Gulf itself. Saudi's starting to dig into Qatar like 5 years ago. What? Yeah, he ate.
Oh, good.
I gave him some food. I put some of the dog food in there because he was really
He likes
excited
the dog
for it.
food more than.
You know, so I was like, okay, he likes this, so we're gonna give it to him. And I watched him eat. I made sure he ate it all. It's incredible to me that Qataris managed to survive and not just become a vassal state for them. Well, that's why Qatar is trying to become so buddy with America right now, and why they're trying to befriend a lot of the West. That's it's a big reason because if America or at least the United States turned its back on Qatar, then I think they would lose a lot of leverage that they have in the region. Let's see. Tahami says, bro, every bad thing that happens in the Middle East, of course, Saudi Arabia and the UAE, they're in this some way. Yep. Now they got air bases in Idaho. Well, they redacted that, I think, yesterday, or maybe it was today. I'm not quite sure. But I think the update, or at least what Hegseth is saying, or whoever, is that there technically are not going to be any actual air bases on our soil, but they're going to train the pilots similar to how they train like French pilots or pilots from other regions that they're trying to work for. So they're basically going to train people here in the States, and I think they're going to have like a hangar on one of the bases specifically for their planes so they can come in and out and train on their planes and stuff, which is something that we have done before. Having an actual base built on our land that belongs solely to them, that would be very different than what we've experienced. If you have a big boy like Saudi Arabia, you're always going to have a lot of aggression, etc. Yeah, and they're trying to buy up a lot of like Western assets, not just here in America, but also in, pardon me, like the EU, like really big markets, like in gaming. They're starting their soccer league, so on and so forth. They're really trying to pivot towards like Western capitalistic like entertainment venues. That's why they had the comedians there and all that sort of thing. It's very fascinating. They're even westernizing a lot of their architecture and shopping experiences. They're even allowing alcohol in some stores and stuff, which is crazy. Or at least some bars. Something that they've never done before. Daria says, like, you remember when that guy locked 300 Saudis up in a hotel so they could crown MBS as the de facto king? Tammy says, yeah, and actually without them, we were going to lose the war in 1973. They forced the USA and all other countries to not get involved in this. Yeah. Daria says, Qatar owns so much of London, Saudi seems to want to import stuff. Yeah, I think Saudi Arabia has they have a lot of land in California, believe it or not, where they grow things like alfalfa, which is helpful for horses and all that sort of thing. Uh, I think Turkmenistan has been more in the news lately too. A lot more people are doing tourism there as well, especially if you're into equestrian stuff, which is really interesting. They have really pretty horses. Equestrian stuff is really big in the Middle East or the Gulf region. Yeah, it's kind of wild. We'll see what else they try to get into. They also are really into falcon stuff. The Gulf region, like tons of falconry, even all the way up to like Turkmenistan. I think Turkey does it too, and all the way out to like Pakistan. Let's see. Daria says, was it only Jordan that ignored US pressure and went in after the two fronts were open? I don't know. That's a Tahami question. I'm not quite sure. Oh my god, that dog almost like bumped me as I was drinking. I'm not gonna jinx it, so I'm gonna wait for him to settle down. The Yom Kippur War in it, U.S. were terrified of Russia getting involved. Tammy says, guys, I just heard some news talking about the Grammys Award Festival is going to be here in Egypt, and I was laughing a lot when I heard it. Really? The heck is that? Why would they do that? I wonder if Egypt is going to try to become like more. Oh God, they are. Let's see. This landmark event, which took place on October 22nd, 2025, was held in Egypt to honor music's future and prelude to the 68th annual Grammy Awards. Fuck, I'm dyslexic as shit. Let me get you a link. A link. Interesting. That's crazy. Huh. Well, let me see if I can get a better link for this. Let's see. There's a lot of Arab singers and stuff that are becoming more popular here. Let's see. That's weird. Huh. Yeah. Let's see. Grammys or something. Yeah, because it would be World War III if that happened. Yeah, true. Tahimi says, I don't know if it's true or not, but it would be really cool actually. Yeah. Let's see. And response, yeah, no one got into the Jordan. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of how do I say it? There's a lot of pressure. Saudi's just fucked about with OPEC prices. Yeah. Yep. They're gonna do it. They have control over it, so why the fuck wouldn't they? Like here in the United States, gas prices are going down a lot, and that primarily has to do with natural disasters on the East Coast. So we have a lot of oil reserves in the Gulf, as well as like refinery and stuff like that that is in the southeastern parts of the United States. And usually hurricanes and some other natural disasters will affect it. And that usually causes a little bit of a spike in gas prices around this time. So that's been really nice, I guess. And there's a couple of other things that have been happening too. Less restrictions on oil rigs and that sort of thing. Trump pressuring people to drill, just inflate the market, like add a lot of product into the market. And then, yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Did anyone talk about the typhoon that hit Alaska? I haven't heard any big streamers or anything talk about it, but it's been fucking crazy. It's like winter is gonna hit and people have lost a ton of homes. Like, I think over 100 homes are pretty much like destroyed or something. That's so off topic, but anyways. Daria says they're the big boys, they need protectionism. Yeah. Tahimi says, yeah, and they said that we are not going to sell oil to any country who is going to get involved. Yep. It's crazy. I wonder what they're going to do about it. Yeah, so that would be OPEC is Algeria, Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Venezuela. Huh. Kind of wild. Hmm. Yeah, CR7 is probably on the board of OPEC now. Oh, I think Vasil was killed like 2 years after that, but it may have been because his brother was legitimately insane. Man, he was insane. Oh my god. That's Cristiano Ronaldo, Josie. What? I'm confused. Is that a joke? Yeah, I think he was just insane. Uh, there is so much crazy stuff that's happened in that region. And every time I feel like, oh man, I feel like I've learned it is Cristiano Ronaldo. CR7. I didn't know. I thought it had something to do with it. I thought it was a joke. Oh, yeah, it's a joke because he plays in Saudi and gets like 200 million a season and he's the first sports billionaire. Holy shit. Is that why people aren't like super into Ronaldo as much anymore? It's like how Taylor Swift became a billionaire and then people are like, oh, we like Taylor Swift still. And then now everyone's like, what the fuck? No, people still love him? Damn. Capitalists. He's 40 years old, scoring in international football. True. True. He is talented as fuck. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But people should not be billionaires. I am out. I think billionaires should not exist. It's just Messi won the World Cup in Qatar and kind of finished the debate. Oh, yeah. Did they go head to head? I still don't know a lot about football, y'all. Still learning. So be patient with me. Every time you bring in football, I'm just like, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. They were in the same competition, yeah. Well, that's fair. Always loved my boy Nani. Hurst! I still don't have a preference between the two. Depending on who talks to me about it, I'm like, ooh, Messi. And then sometimes I'll be like, ooh, Ronaldo. Just for shits and gigs, cause I like to start a fight. It's funny. It's funny. I can't help it. I can't help it, guys. Just antagonistic. The World Cup is where you kind of rate the greatest players of all time. You need to win it to be in that conversation with El Diego Taylor. Darius says Nani was a fucking idiot, but I did love him. He was absolutely schooled by Messi in the final at Wembley. Bro! Oh my god. I get so lost sometimes. I'm like, football? Bro, what the fuck is this? Football? You can't compare them. They're way above anyone. Yeah, that's fair. It's like that would be inappropriate for me to say. Keep that in. Inside thought. Dario says, and since Messi won the World Cup with the dodgiest stuff ever, he's won the argument against Ronnie. Damn. Unless Ronnie somehow pulls out his, this summer. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, chat. Let's wait and see. Wait, what else was I supposed to talk about? Oh, Antifa and protest safety. Ah, yeah, I guess we kind of were like on par. We did the thing. We talked about that for like 45 minutes to an hour-ish, so I fulfilled my quota. I was gonna react to some stuff today, but I like this conversation, so I'm cool with it. Daria says, but both essentially semi-retired. Yeah. Naomi says, when I was young, I always wanted to make his backflip. but I never did it. As because as am I, because it's time to brush your teeth and go to bed. GG, lads. Goodbye, Darius. Goodbye. Rest well. I learned so much. I learned so much about all these different places. So grazie. Grazie, grazie. Oh. Wait, what's the time in the USA now? Where I am, it's 7:11. 7:11. Just remember next time why we hate Liverpool and Leeds. Maybe I will and maybe I won't. I don't know. Guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know a lot about it, honestly. I'm sorry. F them, bro. Like, I want to be really antagonistic towards you. You won't, but good night. You know me so well. Oops. Oops. I feel kind of bad that I won't remember, but it's fine. I see no problem with this. It's okay. But yeah. Oh my god. We were gonna talk about like Israel monitoring people, but yeah. Tahimi says you have to remember it's a really important thing. Sorry, you jinxed it, I won't know. I don't even remember, like, as he was saying, you have to remember. I don't even remember why I'm supposed to hate them. I know it's a war. That's why. Oh, they starved people. Famine. I get it. This cursed as fuck. I don't remember what the war was for, though, and why it happened. That's good job. Okay. Okay. When I learn more Arabic, I'm gonna be really fucking sassy to you in Arabic and you won't see it fucking coming. Oh, I have another Arabic practicing app. It's called Kalam. It's very interesting. I haven't really learned a lot, but oh, look at Siri. He's like, he's so cute. It's called Kalam. Yeah, Kalam. Literally spelled exactly like that, too. I don't know. I saw a lot of stuff about it. People like it, so I'm trying it out. Don't look at me like that big cute boy. I know he's so cute. Oh, I love him. He's my guy. He's so sweet. He lays up there every time. And I'm just like, oh. It just makes me so happy. I don't know the app actually, but is it good? Well, it's interesting because they have like an audio thing, so you have to speak into it. So it's like practice saying this, and it's like say assalamu alaikum, but they say it like very drawn out. So I'm like so used to saying a lot of Arabic phrases that I've already learned. So I say it really fast. So I'm like assalamu alaikum, and I say it really fast, and it's like slow down. So I have to say it like 5 times. Or if it's like كيف حالكم مرحبا أنا بخير. And I have to say it like 5 times. I'm like بخير بخير بخير. That's the problem I have with it. But other than that, it's really good. I just have to. It doesn't always hear me, but I do have problems with microphones picking me up. It's like a curse. It's kind of like, yeah. Every time. I'm getting better too. I've been practicing people and Afwan. So you're welcome. Now that we've accomplished everything I set out to accomplish today, kind of crazy. I should just stream more. I don't know. I probably will. I am going to in the next couple of weeks. I'll stream longer and stuff. But yeah. You said that right, actually. I know. I'm good at it. Here. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck it up. Achiren. I fucked it up because I got nervous. Achiren. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And unfortunately, I'm good at it. What else? What else? What up? What else? What else? Yeah, achiren. Yeah! I've been working really hard on it. So, like, now I'm doing, like, father, mother, sister, brother. But, I've never heard of, like, walid, as, like, father. Slay Queen. I know. But Walida, I was gonna ask you, is that something that a lot of people say? Because isn't father like Abba? Isn't that father as well? And mother would be like Omti? Like your mother Omti? But I've never heard of Walid and Walida. Walida? Walida. So I wanted to ask you, what is that? Is that a different dialect? It's Baba or Ab or Aboya, but Walid and Walada, we don't say it much. That's what I thought. Is it? Yeah. Or Aboya, but Walid and Walada, we don't say much. Okay. So, I mean, Okt, that's sister, and Ak, his brother. I remember that. But I'm trying to get better with learning the different phrases. So I was watching a show and they said Walid, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is that? Is that like uncle or something? But it was father and mother. It was weird. Yeah. But I know Baba and Ab are also father. And fun fact, ach also means oops in some dialects. I know. It's so funny to me because, like, most Arab families I know, it's a little bit different than in the West, where, like, the daughters are treated like princesses, and then the sons, I mean, to some extent, obviously, there is, like, sexism depending on the family. Some people are more into that, some people aren't. But generally speaking, the women are given more of a princess treatment, or the daughters are, and the sons are just like, oh, it's a boy. Like, oh, oh. That's how I remember, oh. Because I'm like, oh, it's a boy. Like, okay. Yeah. That's why I feel like it means oops, because it's like, ah, the boy. It's just a man. Is that cursed? In general, the daughter, the princess, and no one can do anything bad to her. It's opposite to how I was raised. My family uh was like that with the men or the boys. So my brothers could do no wrong. But me and my sisters, we were always like put like so much responsibility, had to defend the brothers and stuff like that. Um, they never got in as much trouble as we did. And then it was really weird. It was kind of annoying. And yeah. It's so I was like I heard about that and I was like like damn, my family sucks. It's okay. It's okay. I got the princess treatment as I got older, not with my family, but with other people. But the boy, he is the one that it's okay if anything happened to him. But the boy has a huge thing that is he could go out and come back late, and the daughter can't do that because they're afraid that someone could harm her. Yeah. It's a. Yeah. There's. It is kind of like that here too. It really depends on where you're, like your family and what your family is like. My family was very much like women have to take care of everybody else. And if anything happens, it's because you made it happen. But the men, it was like always someone else's fault if they ever did anything wrong or if something ever happened. It was never like their fault. It was really weird. I think about it sometimes and I'm like, oofta, that wasn't good. Ooh. um, I think what's another word I've been learning? Astaki. Is it astaki? That's friends, right? Let's see. Tahami says, if you ever talked with any Arab guy or woman, you're gonna see that they are so respectful. Yes, especially for women because they're a big thing in our community. Yes. Yeah. When I don't know, I've worked with a lot of different Arabs. Yeah, it's astaki. Yeah. Yes. Good, 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 good. I was like, I think I remember what this is. Anyways, I'm trying to get better with it. Um, but yeah, a lot of my friends who were Arab or my coworkers who were Arab, how do I say this? Mm, they showed me a lot of respect that I never got from anybody else. Yeah. But it means my friends, but only friends is astaka without the e at the end. So astaka, or is it astak? Astaka? Astaki would be me, my friends. Astak would just be friends. Yeah. But a big reason why I help out the Arab immigrant community so much is because, how do I say it? That community is the only reason why I like was able to get it back up on my feet after I left a bad relationship. So, yeah. Yeah, in Arabic we put the E at the end if we were talking about something that's fine. Ooh, locked in. But you don't do that with people, right? Because you don't. Oh, wait, you do, because that's friends. My friends. Hmm. Okay. So it'd be like ukti. Ukti would be my sister. Uh, Achki. Achki would be my brother, right? Or would that be? We also keep aware there's some crazy people out there. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Like I know that. But yeah. Okay, good, 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 good. This is good practice for me, by the way. You are very helpful. Thank you for staying up so late and helping me. Um, yeah, no. I it was really kind of very helpful. And not all of them were like the best people ever. But it really helped me understand that like there is no like perfect culture and there is no perfect group of people and there will always be pros and cons to like everything, you know? Which was like a really important lesson for me to learn at that age. It helped me move a lot farther in with people and not be as judgmental, which is nice. It was a good thing for me. Tahimi says, and it going on a lot of things. So if you're going to talk about a book, which means a katab, yeah. So you're going to talk about a book that's yours, you're going to say katabe. Katabi? Katabi? That's it? Katabi. Oh! So if I were to study from something, I would say Adrus min katabi, like study from my book. Would that be it? Because Adrus means study. Yeah, that's 100% right. Yo, let's go. That makes me feel so proud of myself. Holy fuck. Okay, cool. Let's see. Ila means in, right? Slay Arabic Queen. I know. I'm gonna be confluent. Like, don't even worry. It's my goal. I am gonna be doing some Japanese stuff. Oh look, he stretches. He's so good at it. But I need to fix this. I need to like tie it up better or whatever. But oh well. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing some Japanese this winter. But yeah, you like the background a lot? Thank you. This is, I guess you don't really see the whole thing, but I have this up here. So I have like plants, shelf, and then I'm gonna put more plants up here. And then over here, I have more plants. Oh my god, I have to fix it now. I have a lot of plants. I like my background too. Me too. Oh, there's more stuff here too. Wait. Cat stuff. Oh, there's a lot of cool stuff there, and I like it. I love the color green. Oh, green is aktar, aktar, with amar, and aswad, aswad. Wait, wait, aktar. Okay. I don't remember how to say plant. Yeah, that's actually so right. I know. I know. I'm bad with brown. I forget the color brown. Is that like I know it's easy. It's nabat? Nabat? Nabat. Yeah, nabat. Q. Q. Yeah, I have a lot of plants though. Oh, I have date trees. I have date palms that are growing. I have 5 of them. Technically, 3 of them are good. And brown is buni? Buni? Yeah. Nabat and pony. Hmm. Okay. Oh, nabat. Okay. I think that's right. Nabat? Yeah. I had to look up how it's spelled. Thank you. I know. I like them a lot. I have a lot of them. They, I have a problem. I am a little addicted to getting plants. But they grow well. I have a lot of, I have some, I don't know, meh. I want to get some Egyptian plants. And Buni said it in the Egyptian dialect, I don't know why. Buni. I don't know why. Oh, I know. It's because all of the Arabic content that I am learning from is from different dialects, but I haven't, well, I'm learning more about accents now, but I haven't learned enough to understand which accents are which. So I'm like, oh no. Oh no. Yeah, but I do like the Egyptian dialect a lot. So that's the hardest part about learning Arabic. That's why I'm hoping that Kalam can be helpful, but it is pretty helpful. But it's not the best. So I'm like, I'm working more. Actually, the easiest one is the Lebanese dialect. That's true. Most people understand it too. It's smooth, so easy to learn. Yeah. Most Arabs really, really like the Lebanese dialect. But then most Westerners that learn Arabic like the Saudi dialect. And I think it's because like I don't know. Have you noticed that too? I think it's easier to learn Saudi because it's closer to MSA, in my opinion. But Lebanese or yeah, Saudi is closer to the stereo Arabic, yeah. So most people learn that. Does Saudi sound proper or what does it sound like to you? When Egyptian dialect is hard because we're just a bunch of weird people. We love to change every word. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And you don't pronounce the ko sound, which is hard for me to learn from. And Saudi is easier because every single syllable, everything is pronounced. Everything is like very well enunciated, so it's easier to learn. That's how I feel, at least. It gets harder though. The further you get into it, the more I'm like, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Let's see. There's no cough in Egypt. We say ah instead of it. Yes, you do. So like I noticed it with that's how I pick up on Egyptian accents because you don't do the ko, and I'm just like my brain buffers and I'm like what's happening. I go crazy. I'm like ah! And then I started watching TV shows with Arabic subtitles when I can. And Andrew, sometimes he'll watch stuff with me and he'll just be like, because you have to read it backwards, and I don't think he understands that. So he'll try to like see it, and then his brain just starts. It's so funny. Yeah, but I'm getting better at recognizing words. I need to read more in Arabic, which is why I've been writing a lot. We don't say kalam, which means pen. We say alam, and it's weird to think about. Yes. What TV show are you watching now? Ted Lasso. I am going to switch to more Arabic stuff. So I want to get Watermelon. What is it? Watermelon Productions or whatever. A subscription to them. Watermelon Pictures, which is I'm gonna start watching stuff on here eventually, because I've seen some stuff. I want to watch Pistachio Wars and Glassworker. I like animated stuff. But that's Pistachio Wars hasn't come out yet. So I will be watching stuff on Watermelon Pictures after I finish. Once winter comes and I'm inside more, I will be doing more Arabic stuff. Yeah, it's not popular, but it's cool. What is popular? What is the, where do you find good TV shows and movies? Because I've heard of Watermelon because it supports a lot of the Levantine belt, which is easier to understand. But I don't know what else to learn. Music is helpful, but I don't listen to music all the time. Oh, Joji released new stuff, so I'm like, there's a TV show on Netflix called Paranormal. I don't have Netflix. Hmm. Is it in Arabic? Hmm. Oh, it is. It's Egyptian Arabic. Ooh. Okay, okay. It's Egyptian. Hmm. My mentor that I had for Arabic, I haven't taken classes with him in a while. Mainly because it's expensive. So I'm like, sorry, bro. He was really nice. But the story is really cool. It does look cool. I want to, well, I will, inshallah, be smart enough to understand a full TV show or a full movie without being confused. I feel bad for Andrew. Sometimes I'll come home and I start speaking like I know it's great. I know it's because I'm around Arabic speakers. Yeah. I think it's funny. I try not to say it too much, you know, but then it started like coming out more because the more Arabic I speak, the more I just start saying things in Arabic when I get tired. So, let's see. Oh, my boy Andrew is trying to figure out what the hell she was saying. Yes, and sometimes I like to, I don't know if I've told you this, I've told other chatters this, but sometimes when I want to be annoying, I just speak to him in Arabic, and then he just stares at me, and he gets mad. He just starts saying random things. He's like, blah, blah, blah. Like, he just says blah, 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 blah to me because he doesn't understand what I'm saying. And I will, I'm really mean to him about it. um, but he doesn't know what it means. Like, yeah, like, girlie, you can be mad at me, but I want to understand. I don't even say it as, like, me being mad at him. I just do it to annoy him. So, if I want him to show me what he's doing, uh, and he doesn't want to show me, I just say, Arini, 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 and I start poking him, and then he like gives me a death stare because he has no idea what I'm saying to him, even though what I am saying to him is really innocent, and I'm just like, show me what you're doing. But he's just like, what the fuck do you mean? And he kind of gets really angry at me, and it's really funny. What else is there? Uh, Oh, there's also things that I say that like I call him. He thinks you're talking bad about him. Yeah, It's funny though, because I'm not. I do know some things that you're not supposed to say to people. So I've been practicing getting mad at him, and I call him a Calby. I'm like, Calby! And he's like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, Calby. And then he doesn't understand that it's an insult. So he's just like, daddy, daddy, dad. And he's so nice to me, and I'm just like, I'm just like doing my thing. So the more insults I learn, the more comfortable I will be with saying them to him. But it also feels mean because he can't understand. Like, if I'm going to insult someone, I want them to know that I don't like them or I'm going to be insulting them. So I want it to hurt. If I'm going to say something mean to you, I want to hurt your feelings. Anyways, yeah, the Calby one. Calby is hilarious. Jew Shapiro. I think hi. That's what I was gonna say. Like hi, I guess. You have picked an interesting name, sir. Mm, human. You have picked an interesting name, human. Oh gosh, Tahami. I also want to make it known that sometimes, because I've been doing so much Arabic, um, I'll like have it like I'll be speaking English, but then the h sound will like come out, and I've noticed that I don't speak English the same way anymore. Well, Andrew pointed it out to me, and then I was like, "What's happening? What is this?" But anyways, that was something interesting. Hmm. I don't know. We talked about this for a while, but what else? We got someone new here. Hello. I can't even say it seriously. Yeah, because it's a different pronunciation. It is. And then because it's so much more natural to me, because I've been practicing for a while, um, yeah, because it's becoming more natural to me, it's slipping into my English, and I'm like, I buffer. You should be a I can't take your name seriously. Are you a Ben Shapiro fan? Also, why are you learning Arabic? Because I can. It's a beautiful language. It's on my bucket list, so. Might as well learn the hardest language before I learn the other ones. Technically. Cool name, man. Technically. Um, Chinese is harder. Yeah, Mandarin. Yeah. I'm gonna learn Japanese. I don't know a lot of Mandarin, but eventually I will. Yeah, Chinese can be harder though. My friend is learning Chinese. I want to learn Japanese and then maybe Chinese after that. Probably French. Arabic, then Japanese, then French, then Mandarin. Or Cantonese, but probably Mandarin. Tahimi says, I can't say anything other than I'm not risking my country for a joke, bruh. I know Chinese is so hard. I actually tried learning Chinese or Mandarin before learning Arabic. So when I was in high school, I tried really hard to learn Mandarin. Like, really hard. Because I wanted to read in Mandarin. But I just really struggled with the writing because the words change depending on the strokes, and it can be bunched up in one like calligraphy, I guess, like one word. It's crazy. It has so many different meanings. And I was like, fuck it. And I started learning Arabic. I also have more exposure to Arabs than Chinese people. When I was younger, a lot of my friends were Vietnamese, which is why, yeah, people would make fun of me and ask me why I looked, they would just like call me like rude, like weird things because I was like the only white person in the group. Not much has changed, chat. Not much has changed. I tried to learn Spanish one time from a few years ago, and I always felt like I'm a sassy bitch every time. Yes! Yes! Spanish is so funny. I love it. I know how to order food in Spanish and give directions in Spanish and basic things. So, like, but now I've been confusing Arabic and Spanish, and that's my brain buffers, and I'm like, that was Spanish, not Arabic. That was wrong. Cause you know how los cientos and stuff like that, like you say los, then you can say la when you're talking about something, like um you're like la would be the instead of al in Arabic. So it fucks me up. So now when I have to do Spanish with some of my students, the it's we have to separate them. So I have the Arabic speakers. My coworker, she's from Spain. She has the Spanish speakers, and it works really well. But before we had that system, everybody was confused. Everyone was confused. I'm not super good with Spanish though. There are some words in Spanish that is really the same words in Arabic. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that. I don't know all of them, but because of the Mediterranean, there is a lot of crossover. They collaborated. Wait, I don't know if Mr. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you're still here, newbie Shapiro. But do you know any other languages? A lot of my chatters speak Arabic, so we practice. Yeah. Are you still wanting to learn Spanish? I think it's worth it. It's cool. Hmm. I'm German. English is my second language. Dang, okay. Holy moly. Wait. Um. Yeah. Tohami says, yeah, sometimes like sugar in Arabic is azúcar. In Spanish, it's azúcar. Yeah, that's true. They're all very similar, and I think it's because of where sugar came from, and I think it has to do with the Silk Road that went from China all the way there. There's lots of trade, so that's why it's all very similar. There's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of crossover between um, all the languages because of the Mediterranean. German's kind of its own thing. English and German are more similar to one another than English and a lot of other Romance languages because English is technically a Germanic language. It originates from German. And most of the similarities that we do have are because words were added from other countries. So, like French, like journalism, is the same in, or very similar in German and English. Same with lots of other things, like some bathroom related stuff. Um, yeah, television. I can't do a German accent. I'm sorry. I'm really bad with accents. I can't hear them. I struggle with them. It's hard. Anyways, yeah, languages are really interesting. I know a little bit of a lot, like a couple different languages, but not enough to have a lot of conversations. Like in German, we have some more German people here, and you guys will get sidetracked and just like speak in German. I'm just like, Tahami says, because the Arabs occupied Spain a long time ago. Yeah, they were almost there for 300 years. You guys made Spain cool, just so you know. I'm not. It's true. It's true. Honestly, honestly, you made the architecture really cool. It would not look the way it does without the Arab influence. Just so you know. Just so you know. And a lot of Europe copied West Asia and their gardens. Oh my god. The whole reason why I'm a gardener, I don't know if you could tell, but the whole reason why plants look the way they do, and or at least like formal gardens look the way they do, and the plants are shaped the way they are, is because it's very common in a lot of West Asian countries to have formal gardens. Yeah. Naomi says, "Oh, then hi, my friend. How are you doing? Ah, you're so sweet." But yeah, I'll just talk about this for a second because I think it's cool. Just so you know. But yeah, they stole it. They stole like the garden design, and they're like, "This is English," and everyone's like, "No, it's not. Stop." No. And it makes me sad that people don't give West Asia the recognition in the gardening spaces because it's super cool. Uh, Drew Shapiro says, I'm good. Are you a troll? Why did you choose that name? Can you explain it to me so I don't view it as a joke? Sorry, bro, I thought you were Israeli in the first. Yeah, same. That's why I was like, ooh, what's going on here? What's happening? You did say you're German, so I'll take your word for it. But why you like Ben Shapiro? Why? Can you explain to me why? I'm not gonna flame you too hard. I just want to know why. It's like when we get the what views. Also, where do you live? Are you in America? Okay, I'm on Bassam Yusuf's team, so we have to fight. I think. I had no idea that Yosef was such a common name. Holy shit, he's fucking shredded. Oh, he was on Piers Morgan like a month ago. Oh, I'm watching that later. Oh, they talked about Charlie Kirk. Oh, yo, that's gonna be spicy. Juice Shapiro says I live in Germany. Yeah, it's like Mohammed and Ahmed. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's cool. Ahmed is so common. It's like one of the most common Arabic names, IMO. Ahmed. I kept fucking up the name for a long time. But like, your name is Ahmed? Yeah! Are you joking? I feel like you're trolling me. Because I get so many Yosefs and Ahmeds in my chat. I'm not even joking with you. It's wild. And Tem. Tem. Tem is also common. I know one of my students I've had Ahmed's. I've had Hassan. Hassan's really common, not Hassan. It's different. It's Hassan. Um, I have a couple. Or is that like how you're actually supposed to pronounce it? It's spelled different though, I think. Anyways, no, it's really my name. Tahami is just my family's name. Oh, cool. Ahmed. Okay. I'll still call you Tahami though, because that's your username. Uh, yeah, I watch it. His man is hilarious. He's also a comedian from Egypt. I'm gonna watch him. Andrew wanted me to watch that Piers Morgan episode, and I just didn't. So I'm gonna have to watch it now. uh, wait, so why are you? I'm circling back. Uh, there's Hassan and Hussein. Yeah, Hassan, Hassan. Because there's like two S's. Does it have like the oh, checks out. Makes sense. It's like how there's Joseph, Josephine, and Josie. That's like my name. My name is Josephine. Oh, my name is like Spanish. People call me Josefina or Josefina. That's why I'm such a whore. No, I'm kidding. uh, anyways, sassy, sassy. I know it's built into the name. Um. So wait, I don't know. Do we want to flame the Jew Shapiro man? Why? Actually, why do you? You're not even in America. Why do you like his views? He's very like American centric. He doesn't really get involved in like geopolitics at all. I'm confused. Please explain. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Oh, I also have to cook food soon. I'm gonna make some beef bowls, and then I have an exam. Tahami says, I don't know about Ben Shapiro that much because I don't watch him a lot. Uh-huh. Let's see what Mr. I hate him for what he is. I knew it was fucking coming. Yo. Yeah, he is a conservative mongrel. I don't react to him because he pisses me off so much. Like, it's the same reason why I don't react to like any conservative content because I will rage a little bit. I get really mad. And then if you guys come in here, oh, you're joking. You're a troll. I guarantee you're a troll. How old is your account? Hey, yo. Yeah, September 18th, 2025. What is your picture? You're joking. Twitch banned me. Yeah, I wonder why. I really wonder why. Hmm. Oh my god. I just I'll have I'll have to like work out it like after we talk about too much conservative shit because I get so mad that I have to do stuff. So Hammy says it's so obvious. Yeah. Oh my god. All right. But you still haven't told me why you like his views. You can say your English is bad if you want to get out of it. Other chatters do that. I know you're fibbing. I don't know. Ah, tell me you're poor without telling me you're poor. Tommy says, nah, man. Oh, man, that's so fucking good. You're just being so vague. You can't even say one nice thing. Sorry, I'm flaming you a little bit. I'll give you more time to type out a reply. I'm so sorry. I just feel like you're trolling me. What am I supposed to say? Why you like him? Not defend yourself. I asked you a question, but you didn't answer it. So, Amy says, nah, man, I respect you. No offense, but Ben Shapiro has good values. No. I know, right? That's why I was like, values. Careful, say. Because he has conservative values. What even are conservative values? What are the values that you're saying are good? That's what I'm wondering. Say your English is poor if you want to get out of it. Just so you know. I'm giving you an out. Please don't make it so I have to go for a walk after this. I'm sorry, but I'm speechless. Me too, Tahami. Me too. I'm curious, sir. I'm curious, George. I'll throw bananas at you. If you're stupid. What you got to say, bitch? Tell me your opinion. Girl, your face is going fully red. I know, it's because I'm holding everything back right now. You don't even understand. See, this is redder than I am. Just so you know. Traditional family structure not being a socialist, not being. Oh, why did you come on my stream? I literally have a kafia right behind me. I have the Jolly Roger flag, which I mean you can't really see, but we're literally talking about Arabic. Honey, I think you've treaded into foreign waters. Like, you should not be here. It's funny. I know. It is funny that you are here. Yes, it is. I'm trying not to take the bait. Honey, I'm a socialist. Like, why are you here? Like, just, what do you get out of this? Man, everything in this stream is telling you that she hates Ben Shapiro. No, I don't hate him. I don't value him enough to have feelings about him. I just think he's annoying. He just has to say something worth responding to for me to value him. Which he doesn't. So, that's why he has bad views, bad ratings. Why Charlie Kirk was more popular than him. Mm-hmm. Now I'm baiting you. What you gonna do about it? Shabibo man. What you gonna do? Sorry, I like to fight sometimes. We don't have to fight if you don't want to. I'm like, I'm mentally lubed up and ready to go, man. We won't even be going into this raw. Like, we've already, we've done enough. I'm so excited. I haven't fought someone in a while. You guys are too sweet to me. But yeah, I'll be patient. Unless you just leave. Do you know AFD? What do you mean by AFD? Tahimi says, I don't know what to say. I didn't talk with anyone who loves him. My last roommate who loved Ben Shapiro. Our friendship ended because of Ben Shapiro. I'm not even joking with you. Oh, the political party in Germany? Okay. Yes, I do. We recovered the last German election that happened earlier this year. Yeah. Far AFD party fails to secure first German city mayor post in runoff. Alternative for Germany. Yeah. What about it? What about? So they love him. So does they love him? My old roommate? I don't know. You're gonna vote for it? Okay. Waste of a vote. But you know, everyone has to start off a little stupid before they get a little smart. So I believe in you. You can keep going if you want to. Knowledge can get you so far. When you're like at rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go besides up. How is it a waste? What do you mean? How young are you? I believe in you. You can like you don't have to be like this if you don't want to. Ben Shapiro is not that cool. Just so you know. Just so you know. There are things that you can vote for that will help you more. That's why I say it's a waste of a vote, because the party can't even like put two screws together enough to like have any form of stability. I am trying to find better words to say. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice to you because if you're young, you know, I grew up in a very conservative. You were a leftist before. How old are you? How old are you? Did you have brain damage? Or did a girl hurt your feelings? How shallow are you? You're 18? Ah. Yeah, checks out. This is why I'm trying to be nice. Your brain's not even fully developed yet, bro. Try not to be too committed to conservatism while your brain isn't fully developed. Because that shit'll stick. Well, it sticks with you if you allow it to. But, yeah. Tammy says, I love you, girl. You just said everything. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice. It's okay. I can tell that you're young. You don't have to be like this if you don't want to be. But if you do want to be like that, that's a choice. But, yeah. I'm not going to shit on you. Because I have a feeling that. I mean, I'm being mean. I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best. But having a belief system like that is not very productive for you or other people. And you're very young. And you have a lot of opportunities and time to learn more about just like one party and stuff. Why what? Why what? Yeah, Tammy says, so I just looked up the AFD and man, they're racist as fuck. I know. Everyone can change that. When you're young, it's usually you taking on the beliefs of the people around you, not necessarily your own beliefs. So that's why I'm like, I'm giving you grace. Is it deserved? I don't know. We shall see. I'm gonna have to go take a piss soon, mate. We got 15 more minutes, so let's see. What you gotta say? Foreigners cause more crime in Germany than native Germans, bro. Yeah. Oh, Elle's here. Hello, Elle. Lovely to have you back. Elle says, identifying entirely with one party is a mistake? Yes. Both parties equally have dumb shit. Ultimately, you need to find out what you agree with and don't. Yeah. And Mr. Shabibo fan, I think that's a little silly to think of. And it's a little silly because there's not really a lot of statistics that back that up at all. And I think you're just spouting talking points. So careful what you say. Careful what you say. Because you should probably do a little bit more research. Are you going to uni? Mr. Shabibo fan? There's official stats by the government every year. Receipts or it didn't happen. I'd like receipts of those government things. We can translate. Google Translate exists. We're not going to dive super deep into it. I do have to go in like 10 minutes. I have to make food. Because I have to make a deadline for my exam today. But I already studied for it, so maybe I'll be good. Maybe I'll do bad. I don't fucking know. Oh, also, hi, Elle. Glad you're here. What's that on wood? Tammy says, bro, Arabs and Africans, they didn't occupy Paris back. They didn't burn people in huge ovens. What the fuck are you talking about? Yo! Tammy said the quiet part out loud. What's your reply, Shabibo man? Holding in my piss. You read Hadith Sahih al-Bukhari 51:3. Bruh. Not everyone abides by the same hadiths. Not every sect. And not every group. If you're gonna cite stuff, cite it directly from the Quran. I've already been all over this shit. Tahami says, wait, I have to read that. Also, not all Arabs are Christian. We've talked about this. Or not all Arabs are Muslim, and not all Arabs are Christian, and not all Arabs are even religious. Alright, let's see. Oh my god, are you talking about the girl when she was 9? Aisha? Bruh. Oh, you're on very thin rope, bro. You gotta be careful, Shabibo, bro. I know. Tell me you're not actually educated about shit without telling me you're not educated. Because that hadith was very, very much, how do you say it? That hadith has been disproven multiple times. It has no center in reality, and it was written 100 plus years after Prophet Muhammad passed away. Just so you know. There is no evidence stating that that was factual at all. It's just a hadith. But whatever, we're not going to dive into that. Gosh, look at me argue about this shit, bro. Elle says, yes, religion was the first weapon of mass destruction. That is true. But you also have to understand that the Jews also went after Muslims for a very long time. And also Christians went after Muslims and Jews during the Crusade times and stuff. So yeah. Tommy says, people, if you don't know, if you looked at that fucking history, you're gonna know that in your country, girls were getting married at that age. That's also true. But you don't even have to defend that, bro. You don't even have to. People don't even... Tahami, most people who use that as an argument don't even understand how hadiths work. They don't get it. They don't understand that not everyone abides by every hadith or hadith. I don't know. Depends on who you say it. Shapiro says the Crusades were to recapture Jerusalem from Islamic occupiers. Not really. They just wanted to occupy a lot of that land. Constantinople and so on. They just wanted the Levantine area because it was very advantageous to have. It wasn't, religion was just the excuse. Let's see. Tommy says, I didn't know the number of the hadith, that's why I didn't know it. Yeah, it's fair. I don't even have that one memorized or anything. I don't really memorize any of that, to be fair. I just know enough that I don't know. Recapture. Not like recapture, but they wanted to take over those areas. Like, that entire area is very, at that time it was very advantageous to have. They were just expanding. Not that it's a good thing, but that's what the Crusades were. Hey girl, I'm gonna work out with you after that. I need to work out. I know. Me too, Tahavi. It's okay. He hasn't said anything that I haven't talked about with people before. So what else you got? What else you got, Shabiba boy? Tell me. Let's go bar for bar. Wait, what's the new fucking song? It's like tit for tat or whatever. Let's go song for song. Let's go back to back. I don't know any of the other words. I hate how I know that song. Fucking TikTok rat, yo. I think he's gonna talk about jihad now. I'm waiting for it. I know. People don't even understand what the jihad was really about either. There's probably loads of bits that like I'd miss out on too, but that's okay. A lot of Muslims, from my understanding, aren't really evangelical. They're just like, you come to Islam whenever you're ready. Like, Islam goes to you, and then you, like, convert yourself to it if you're ready for it. It's not something that's generally forced upon people. That's why most Muslim majority countries have high populations of many different religions. But if you look at places like Israel or America with Christianity, they demonize other religions and don't always allow for them to flourish. Let's see. Tommy says, it wasn't like, what is ISIS doing? It was so different there. It was a lot of rules about that. Yeah. Hi, Bixby. Bixby, mind yourself. What are you doing? Watching my cat to make sure she's not doing something wrong. Oh, so I just operate on the premise of hating every religion, bruh. What are you doing, Bixby? She's laying, I had a towel to like, because I spilled some water when I was watering my plants, and she's like pawing at it, and I'm like, if this motherfucker pisses on this shit, I'm gonna be so mad. I don't think she is, though. I think she's good. I don't really hate every religion. I think they all have their place. There's like a journey that you're supposed to go through when it comes with religion, you know? I think people go into religious psychosis, and that shit's scary. That shit's scary. Did the Shabiba boy leave? Neon. You could have had fun. Tommy says that's better than being true. Believe me, all respect for you. Bro! Okay, chill out, Tommy. Chill out. Chill. Chill. No. Strike one. Don't say that. Shh. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's bad. For shame. For shame. I know you're doing it as like a dig to Shabiba boy, but don't say that. Not allowed in my chat. No, I know you're trying to do meme shit, but he doesn't understand that you're trying to do meme shit. People can clip this, bro. Don't put me in a bad position. No. I do not endorse. Let me like address the camera. I do not endorse hatred towards Jews. Just so you know. Because I was gonna make a joke. Alright, I can't make a joke. I can make a joke. I can make a mild joke. Can I make a joke now? I can't decide. It's been 5 seconds, so now I'm allowed to make a joke. Because in Arabic, my name is Juicy. Elle says I did not have relations with that chatter. Bro! Oh. Don't fuck your chatters, bruh. Fuck your coworkers. There's a difference. Can't fuck your chatters, but you can fuck other streamers. Bum, bum. Wait. Tommy says, I'm gonna be in a bad position. They're gonna kill my stream for that. Bro! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh, that was a beam. Tommy says, "I know, man. I'm just joking." Oh, so funny. Fuck! I'm glad I'm not popular. Someone clip that. Oh, that'd be so funny. I'll have like people trying to dox me again. You don't even have to be a big streamer. People are like, go after the smaller streamers. They're easy targets. And then I just giggle because I'm like, let's see how you go. Actually, I'm not inviting anything bad. Wait. Good vibes only. Oh, fuck. This is why I only stream 2 hours, chat. Any Hoozles, I think he probably left. I don't think he's still here anymore. I think he's probably left. I think we made him mad. But he couldn't defend anything. Girl, if something happened to you, blame me. It's of course gonna be because of me. You are inviting bad juju. No. You want me to make food? Andrew's getting impatient. It's my turn to make food. We switch off.
It's 8:30.
It's 8:30.
At night.
At night. I'm being a little combative right now. I'm sorry. I had a chatter and I was so like primed and ready to fight. Like all lubed up and ready to go. We made him mad, but he didn't. He didn't even go tit for tat. Elle says, yeah, the front door has a lock on it to protect the person from trying to get into my house, lol. So what you see there, bruv, is here in America, we have these things called guns. They shoot through walls. I don't believe in protection via anything, because our walls are made out of fucking paper. Ollie wants to go outside. Sorry. Easy fix is called frackable routes. Ote, I guess it's time for me to go. I guess it's time for me to go now. This thing, no one ever watches the whole bond, so we're good. He's mine. He's so young. He went straight for that hadith because he heard someone talking about. I know. He doesn't know enough about it to like actually hold a conversation, which is why he left. It's just they hear about it, and then little do they know. I've heard all of that shit before because I grew up with people like that. So I'm just like, oh, okay. Ironically, because people always go for that, but then they don't understand how hadiths work because they view it to be like the Bible or like holy religious texts, which it's more guidance. Technically, only the depending on who you are, the Quran is supposed to be taken the most literally. So some people value hadiths, and they do stuff like pray before going to the bathroom, and after you go to the bathroom, and stuff like that. But yeah. Tommy says, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I know. Everyone does their own thing. So it's like, but when people come and they get like really aggressive about it and they start putting things out there and I'm like, you don't even understand how the religion works. You have never like taken the time to even try to practice anything. Like, chill. Chill the fuck out. Anyways. Thank you for your practice, Tahami. Also, it's nice to see you, Elle. I greatly appreciate you being here. I'll probably do more, but all the respect for you just standing with me in that. Most of, I don't know. I feel like it's just what you should do, Because, I don't know, I feel like disinformation is really toxic. You're welcome. I'm waiting for more Arabic words. I know. Later. Badalan. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will be back here tomorrow, but I will be here earlier because I have a school thing I have to go to in the afternoon / evening. So it'll probably be like an hour or two earlier, hopefully. So yeah, maybe I'll see you guys then. So sleep well, stay safe, stay alive, and toots.